About it. We've got market analyst Kyle Bumsted. And Kyle, let's start on the cattle side of things. Traders seem to have just brushed off President Trump's announcement. We saw Friday's kind of knee-jerk reaction, and it doesn't seem to be stopping things. Maybe just a little hesitancy, but not a whole lot. Tell me what you see happening.
Yeah, that's a good question here. I'm seeing a little bit of commercial sell pressure here as we're seeing the non-commercials try to rally this thing back here. As far as Friday's headlines, whether it was the border opening with screwworm or if it was Argentina or importing beef from Argentina, it's anybody's guess. And we don't know if it's even going to happen yet because this administration has been known to say one thing and then do a complete different thing, or come out with a headline shortly thereafter and say, no, that's not exactly the truth. But what we do know is true is that the government is closed and we will not have a cattle on feed report. However, there are still some estimates floating around out there. The estimates here for on feed as of October 1st are 98.1. Placements in September at 91.4 and marketing's at 96%. So those are still some estimates floating around out there. But another big thing here in this cattle complex is where's cash going to be at this week? And so far, it's kind of got that feeling like cash is going to be steady at least. It's going to be steady here this week so far. So, and that's even with the Packers talking about their margin as it is. Some are saying as much as $250 to $300 ahead in the red. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know their books, but we also saw feeder cattle, the index down about $3 here today when the Merck updates it later. It's going to be down around that 370, 311. So really need to keep our eyes on that, especially if you're still in those October contracts, because that's going to get really, really tied to the index here in the next few sessions as they go off here a week from Thursday. So a lot of stuff happening here in the next couple of weeks, Lacey.
Well, thank you, Kyle. That is market analyst Kyle Bumsted. And I'm Lacey Shippey. That's a look at what's happening in your markets here on the Rural Radio Network.
On the hunt for lost ROI? Chart a course and find hidden profit potential with Acuron Corn Herbicide. It's the only herbicide strong enough to bury competing weeds and help you unearth 5 to 15 more bushels per acre. How's that for hidden riches? Uncover the real value of Acuron at Acuron-herbicide.com. Acuron is a restricted use pesticide. Always read and follow label instructions.
Disease hit hard this year, huh?
Yeah, Mother Nature threw the kitchen sink at us. Tar spots, southern rust, we had everything.
I didn't know if my fungicide would hold, but Miravis Neo really came through. Even with that dry spell, our yield monitor did not disappoint.
Seriously?
Yep, and with results like this, I'm sticking with it.
No matter what next season brings, protect your ROI with Miravis Neo. Call your retailer to lock in your supply today. Always read and follow label instructions.
Welcome back to the Rural Radio Network. I'm Lacey Shippey, and this is the Tractor Tuesday Market Desk. No commission, no hassle, just listings. That's TractorTuesday.com. Corn and wheat futures are lower today. Harvest and production pressure are keeping a lid on both markets, with wheat struggling under a stronger dollar today. Soybeans are seeing some mixed trade with some spillover pressure from corn and wheat, but some support coming from the optimism behind the upcoming meeting with China. The market is holding on to whatever positivity they can ahead of that meeting. And live cattle are higher today, while feeders are seeing some pressure, keeping their upside limited. Cash trade this week is expected to hold steady, and we will not have a cattle on feed report, which was scheduled for release on Friday. December corn is down 3 3/4 at 419.5. March down 3 at 434. November soybeans are down 1/4 at 1031.5. January unchanged at 1050. December Chicago wheat is down 2.5 at 502.25. March down 2 3/4 at 518 3/4. Kansas City December wheat down 3 1/4 at 486 3/4. March down 2.5 at 507. December soybean meal is down 50 cents at 311. December bean oil down 61 at 50.65. October live cattle are up 182 at 243.67. December up 172 at 245.37. February up 187 at 246.40. October feeders are up 80 at 373.75. November up 145 at 374.12. January up 145 at 370.62. December lean hogs up 70 cents at 82.77. February up 55 at 85.27. And class 3 milk for November down 3 cents at 16.98. You're listening to the Rural Radio Network.